and by you, I mean Art tells himself, Art, go kill. It works out very nicely. So, this is interesting. Starting on the T side will be FURIA. But that's hardly ever a limitation for this squad. They have initial aggression. It's actually more patient than perhaps you expect from FURIA. The pressure's in towards ramp room. As I say that, Plopsky's getting chased. He's got to back away, and they've taken the control. They want to hunt him down in towards the lower side. There are two players here. They're well set up. It's Plopsky and ZTR, the dynamic duo from Overpass. Now they've already dropped the bomb. He's calling the reinforcements. Chasing Plopsky to the rat hole. Do they expect a second player here? Never mind. Plopsky gets all the kills himself. Hampus is down elsewhere, but that may not much matter. Finally, they've cleared him out, and ZTR has fallen in the meantime, so it's actually an advantage for FURIA. But Plopsky put up a good effort here. And with damage onto Katowice as well, they're very vulnerable. Bomb will need to be planted, but it's out in the open for now. And meanwhile, Katowice has just found full control upstairs. He'd like to come down. He's going to come down the vent. Actually, this is already he just read the icons. He's going to go ahead and get the kill. Am I crazy? He's definitely 7 on the minimap. And not 7 in the positioning on the right. All right, we'll get used to that later. Rez takes a kill. Not going to worry about that right now. There's no health remaining. 30 points between these two players. They've got 40 seconds to play with, but they're going to have to connect the shots regardless of what happens here. And there goes the shot. Knock gets one the second as well. And the Opper starts out. We're back from Overpass. They won the pistol. And then the Force Buy came back with the Fury. FURIA don't seem like they're going to get it this time, though.
Well, that was on their CT side, yeah. If we go to their T side, which is obviously where they started in the first half, they won the pistol, they won the first gun round, they won the second gun round, and then it started going bad. So, if we could see them come out with a similar start here on the CT side of Duke, that would be amazing. Obviously, we said they never built up money in the previous one, so that's what they're looking to do now, and well, it's happening. Knock gets 3 of them as they pile over main, and there's not enough kills really to go around to make all of those SMGs make their money back and profit on top of it like you're normally looking to do. But yeah, they're keeping them. You might see something a bit more aggressive, maybe in the lobby crunch, perhaps a little bit of aggression outside. Not outside anyway, because they're not going here. It's FURIA instead who are going very quick. Again, realizing that they're up against SMGs, I'd imagine, wanting to try and get that control as quickly as they can and catching the one rifle outside. Knock is gone.
That's problematic. That's very problematic. They're going to try and wrap in towards heaven, presumably. They've got this mini control. There is a player watching up in the rafters. That's going to be ZTR. He's going to have to come back around. He's been spotted. So now they know. Everybody knows the positioning. Everyone knows is up. Vinny gets a kill with the Krieg up close. Hampus will trade back one. Not a lot. What can ZTR do? He gets uppercut. Vinny making that Krieg sing. And now this bomb should be planted. It's all on to Hampus. He does have an AK. There's some logic to saving it, but he's going to go and see if he can. Smoke is up. He cleans it first off of the hut. Now it's very viable, but Vinny right below another uppercut shot setup. That AK could have gone a long way to making it happen, but you can't fault him for going for the try. It got pretty.
Yeah, we had said it was the bonus round as well for NIP, so now they come out with the full effect. It's not perfect, but still, it's better in terms of the firepower than what they had in that previous round. When it comes to nades, not quite so much, especially after the initial few seconds. They get kind of pressured around A there, a little bit is thrown out, and now they're sitting with 1 smoke, 1 molly, and a few flashes, or 4 flashes. So I was gonna say that's gonna be tough to hold off with. It doesn't really matter, they're not getting much of a chance. It's gonna actually be a quick flash in for Art to peek main, and it went well initially. They got that first kill on Rez, but Hampus has been posted up from the garage with the Yog. He snatches 2 kills, and at least leaves them now in a spot where they have this man advantage as the bomb goes down. But without a kit, it's still going to be a pretty difficult retake, and they've only got that 1 smoke and a flash now.
Look at Katowice.
Look at this.
All the way around through hell. This is going to be crazy. They've got to be aware that it's possible, and there's 3 players on this side of the map, so are they watching for it? Vinny's caught a kill. Katowice gets taken down. They expected to flank down. And Vinny, oh, he's still holding from the rafters. It's Junior. The player drops down. Junior lines up the shot, and he will much for them.
I'm envious of how he can control his mouse at the top of his mouse pad. I always just end up hitting off one of my monitors or something. It's such an awkward position to fight from, and yeah, Vinny done a fantastic job right there to carry FURIA. Well, not to carry them through, but to carry them over the finish line at least, holding that one down. And well, yeah, now they've fully broken NIP. It's only going to be pistols. There's only even 2 being upgraded alongside 1 smoke, so a couple of kills at most I'm expecting here for NIP. FURIA should have a clean round coming their way. And again, a fantastic opportunity building up the early momentum and confidence, which is something that's very important when you're working with a new roster, or at least a new fifth. So yeah, this is looking good. They have got full ramp control. They'll move down towards B, where there is one player, I believe, already rotating down. Yeah, that's Hampus, so it is one of the Deagles as well. Let's see what he can actually get done with this. Moving in towards the window. I think it's just being smoked off. No, sorry, that's actually put down to allow the bomb to go down safely. So he's not going to be stopping that bomb plant anyway. It will be covered off by the smoke, but maybe he can catch a different... No, never mind. They're not even bothering to plant in the smoke. It was instead the block-up single and decon. Unfortunately, Hampus still given vision, of course, because it denies the bomb plant for a few seconds, and importantly, gives a lot of time for everyone to rotate down. I was going to say that could have been dangerous there while they were trying to even get the bomb planted if Nip just wanted to swarm out, but they decided against it. They are going to wait a moment. They wait until all 5 players are ready, and then they start moving in. I was about to say, the trade looking like it was almost propped up there for the player up behind Silo.
A little bit of an unforced error, I would say, to them. They even lose those 2 boxes. Unfortunately, the remaining 3 players immediately lock it down. Art took away with 3. So it's all fine. There wasn't that much firepower for the Ninjas. If they'd had a bit more, that could have gotten dangerous fast. So they're really going to want to take that out. Now the gun's out, but limited weapons in terms of the utility. They don't have the off duel against Junior. There's already going to be a player down vent. Desperado gained this ground. Now he's got control into its lower. They're getting Rez as well. What do they have in terms of a lower hold? Well, nothing. They've got no one in position this time around. Plopsky is going to be shut out by the shutters. And utility coming in means they're not really going to be able to peek. Hampus wants the aggression, but he'll catch a bullet to the face as a result. Bomb going to be planted. And this is going to be a save call. It should be a save call. I think it is certainly going to be. The Ninjas, without the utility, without the kits, they cannot fancy their chances to get back into this with 5 players from FURIA alive. And that is, again, just the play coming through from FURIA. And Plopsky doesn't even get away. Art's already on the hunt. A shot upside the head means that's another rifle down. And every gun taken from them now is precious. There will be little to no money to fight into the next, and you know Art's going to be hunting. Okay, that was enough to convince him it's a bad idea. He'll back away. FURIA will save what they've got. A full buy to take it through the next round. And this aggression on the T side is starting to look dangerous for NIG.
Yeah, fighting back in. Are they able to really get anything? No, just a few pistols put up around those weapons that they save. Makes sense, but it does mean very likely it's going to be FURIA going up 5-2. And already having a decent foundation. Not a position they'd want to end the half on or anything here on the T side, but a decent foundation that they have so much room to build off of. Although we could see these pistols, I was going to say, causing some damage. Rez had pushed up on outside. He actually had one of the rifles as well, but ends up getting spotted above the smoke there by Art. You're not going to catch Art off guard with aggression. He's the one that normally does it himself, so he's going to be watching for it. And yeah, it's a pretty slow round so far from FURIA. Makes sense. They know in this one that they don't need to force the issue, that they're not against quite the full investment. It's just whatever was saved over. They're not going to have all of the nades either, especially as the round goes on a little bit later, as long as they do put some pressure on to waste those few smokes and flashes in these early moments. So, yeah, they'll play it pretty securely. I think they do want to move back towards the upper bomb site now, potentially. Plopsky could be an issue.
He could be. I love this control for him. I don't think... I mean, if they come around the corner, I think he's probably a one and done. But it's just the information that he gives to his teammates. Does seem like this is going to be a hit towards A. Relatively straightforward as well at that, and that's a big kill. CTR now has the rifles to work with. Gone. It's going to be left to Hampus, but he's good with the deagle for the moment. Only the moment. Yes, he is dealt. Whoa, but the CZ strikes from Hut. Yeah, life being made difficult. The op tags, but not a frag, and Plopsky has enough bullets in his gun to secure that. Knocking a 1v2 that is very viable. Position of the players is going to be swung, but that's going to be the clear. Vinny secures it. Krieg on Og.
Yeah, as you said, FURIA not going to be incredibly happy about that round being so close, but they can afford to make those few mistakes, thankfully, due to the current scoreline. So it won't stay in the back of their mind, I don't think, coming straight into this round anyway. They should be able to brush it off pretty quickly and, well, just try and get back into winning out these gun rounds as they have been so far. ZDR getting slammed down a bit. Be careful there. Firing back is always dangerous, as well as those tracers can give away your position. And yeah, it is actually going to be the A push coming through. They've heard a reload, just a moment go up close on the left side, and well, ZDR actually catches the perfect timing. Or sorry, Art does on him. Rez able to pick up a double in return, but that's it. That is all Nip are able to show us on that A defense. It is going to be FURIA overrunning the bomb site and probably running away with this round. Although they are going to stick around. Nip want to give this a go. Away smoke down for Plopsky to peek in. He's been spotted by the upper. Can't do anything at the moment about that bomb as he hears it goes down. Okay, he actually did manage to catch one kill on Art. But now it's Plopsky alone. even caught another on Yuri, but it was just the numbers were there for...
Again, having a field day on this map, 10 and 6. He wound up north of 30 on the last. He's just so good. I know it's what we expect from FURIA, but it never ceases to surprise and amaze when you just see it live and in action. It's this kind of aggression, this kind of control, this kind of dominance. Plopsky gonna get aggressive with a CZ, but this time there is a player to check him, and it is Art. So this could get interesting, and he'll actually give up the ground. Yuri, meanwhile, kill outside. They went for something. You got to do something in this round. You got very little to work with, so you're gonna go aggressive outside. Doesn't work, that's fine. Initial ramp face isn't there. They're expecting an upper hit. Nice shot for Rez. He's burning. The molly doesn't spread, though, so he'll be allowed to survive.
He's tucking his toes in there to make sure he doesn't burn. But Junior, pre-put up on ramp. They already have a player actually pushed through. I didn't realize because he was still watching for, obviously thinking there could have been a player hiding in the back. They're like, it's too quiet on ramp right now, lads. But they are going to eventually realize that they can push through and, well, do whatever they want with this now, basically. Art's actually in hell. Where's that smoke towards? Down on B. He actually might even just try and catch the rotators if he wanted from heaven. A little bit risky to move up, so yeah, he's not going to. Plopsky's actually here now watching that as well. He is just going to be a little bit of a nuisance, maybe. Yeah, they actually do want to send the entire team back at this point. They're walking into a little bit of a stack. This is unfortunate. They had the correct decision initially. It seemed like going down towards that lower half, but they want to move up. ZTR did get the open, and he's going to need more, though, to help him his team. So far, they are not getting it. It's a quick cleanup from FURIA. Those 4 kill round if they want a chance of coming back into this series.
You give them an inch, they're going to take a mile. It's incredible from them. But, I mean, even in that round, right? They misread it. They misread it. They head in towards the upper stack. Everybody's there for an idea. They dismantle it. Plopsky going to be in towards ramp. Everybody's coming his direction. He gets some damage, but he's tagged down so low. Down to 9 points of health. If they drop him, Goomba stomp him, he might be out of here. He's lost his teammate. He's lost his life. And that is access to the lower site all but taken. Rez is here. Rez is just a shade of presence. And they're already in towards the control room. He's on the stairs. They're looking for him. Oh, he can't win this duel. Vinny zeroes it in. He'll take some damage, but that's okay. The molly forces ETR forward, and while he will get the kill, his Nox tagged up. Nox is dead. CTR is alone, and there's flames at his feet. Where can he even go? Player in vent will destroy him. FURIA are merciless. They don't even give you a...
He's not slowing down. He was in a similar position at this moment, I believe, on overpass as well. Maybe not quite as high, but he did end up hitting a much higher number by the half time. I think because they went down to 5-0 initially at the 10th round, he probably would have been maybe around 10 or something. But still, he was insane. He's keeping that up, and it's just way too much for Nip to handle. They don't have anyone popping off near that level. You're getting a bit from Rez, from ZTR. We said ZTR even on this map so far struggling, so he's not delivering to the same extent. And well, it seems like you have everyone at the moment sitting at a higher level and a more comfortable one on the side of FURIA. This is shocking. What we've seen from Nip so far since adding ZTR, we thought we'd be getting more from them than this, but FURIA are just way too much to handle. Look at the money as well. It's not like it's going to be an easy way for... There's an easy way, rather, for Nip to break back into this. They'll have to take a couple, maybe even 3 gun rounds in a row before they put a dent in that economy. And if they don't start doing that in the next gun round, then it won't really matter, because then you're coming towards the end of the half either way. Again, Art's able to just walk through ramp. No one actually watching it. I mean, you can understand taking these risks when you don't have the full buy to work with, but it looks like it's unfortunately going to backfire as he comes around from behind. Sets them up for what should be a very easy A-split. No, Plopsky was watching this, and he realized, obviously, they did have that opening in the defense, that hole that he exploited. And they were able to patch it up pretty quickly, but the A defense is still beginning to have trouble as this push comes through. Rez on the CZ, if he could have got that second up close, then maybe there would have been a chance with a weapon.
Our observer here, Randall, is doing a great job, but trying to observe this kind of aggression on Nuke, whew, got his work cut out for him right now. All right,
entire
so now we've
teams are
got the
dying
whole,
within seconds, so...
It's madness. It's madness. There's just 3 kills at once. All right, control outside. Not tries to go aggressive. Doesn't hit the shot. Now he's dead. That was do or die, and it was probably do and die, regardless of what happened. But he cannot connect, and so they've already got control into its secret. Hampus is thinking about holding this. There is a gap in the smoke, but they're looking for him. He's gonna flank. This might be the ticket. This is bold, but it's FURIA, so you're on the flank. You better start running because they're already in the site. You missed your opportunity. It had to be immediate, and you're going to make noise in doing so. That's the power of pace. There's nothing that he can do about this. Rez trying to hold the shutter, trying to provide Hampus an opportunity for this flank. There's the backstab. Okay, they slow down for a moment. Hampus can have impact, but he only gets one before Vinny comes back to the clear. We can talk about it after this round, but Vinny's been incredible. Rez still making noise. There's the trade. Now the bomb can be planted. It'll make its way out. Plopsky's been spotted and tagged to boot. CTR, the Fury. It's a 2v2. Make that all on the shoulders of the gun. And Quesarado coming from the flank. Does he expect it? He does. He has the right lead here. ZTR. Not the shot, though. So close to the clutch. A solid player for them. Art has been the bare-faced aggressor, but Vinny's been the guy who's come in afterwards and cleaned up what Art is breaking. 10 rounds. 10 rounds in a row. T-side a nuke. This isn't supposed to happen.
Yeah, I don't know how they're doing this. This is one of the more one-sided games I've got to cover personally in a while anyway. And, well, Nip feels a little desperate as they're on the weaker line. They know they need to try something to make it work, and it started off horribly, but it has swung around in their favor as ZTR and Knock both step up with some help from Plopsky. It is all on Yuri now. He knows there's still a player up close in the door, of course, and he will deal with that first man. But there's 2 more to go, but he doesn't expect them to just continue the aggression. So completely unrestricted. And we see it. Finally, the Ninjas put a stop to Furia's 10-round win streak. That's where they were able to stop it as well on the previous map. But obviously, we didn't see them keep that up. It did end up just trading back and forth from that point on, and they can't let that happen again. It needs to be a drastic change in their performance now. Oh, Casarado was taking a bit of damage.
Side, right? When they were on the attack, they stopped the win streak, and then they managed to get something going on the defense. They're not going to have that luxury here.
Oh. Revenge.
Anything even worse.
Casarado burned initially himself a little bit.
That's unfortunate. But hey,
returned it.
And Art's got lower already. There's no one here. They're just going to go ramp. They're going to pinch on towards Plopsky. When Plopsky dies, that's the bomb plant. That's the round lost, and Plopsky's done. There's no way he could have expected that. So this round should be over. I mean, you even see Knock making a move, and I understand that they have to go for this. They need rounds. But this should not happen. Already controlling towards... Whoa, control room. Okay, Knock gets a shot. Knock might just be able to get his team an inroad into this round. This bomb's going down eventually, but they want to be careful first. They've still got a player upstairs. That's Quesarado, who's coming in on the flank, coming in on the lurk. Hampus, meanwhile, pokes out from Decon, and suddenly the pace is working for NIP. Furia take just a moment to breathe. And this is working nicely. Hampus wants to peek back in, wants to peer through, and he's going to catch another. They don't know which direction to look. There's almost a trade, but Hampus slips away with 4 points of health, and that's all that he needs. An advantage now found for Furia, and they still don't have control of the bomb. Vinny is looking for these kills, looking to find something, anything, but they're ultimately going to decide to just leave, and NIP have read this. They're like, okay, they've gotten multiple kills on the site. They're going to say everyone's here. We're going to come upstairs. ZTR's in the rafters. Quesarado's done. This round is over. 10 seconds. Vinny can't win it. NIP have pulled it off. So never mind. Make me eat my words here. Those are huge rounds coming in from Nip.
Yeah, beginning the recovery now. This one, they need the pistol into the second half to kick things off on a good note, and then maybe we can start believing that perhaps there is still a third map to come. But at the moment, anyway, I would say most people still siding with Furia.
Gonna get aggressive into the silo. Does this get spotted? Rez is dropped elsewhere, but look at this. Now they're popping over. They don't read it. That's gonna be problematic. Hampus has this kill. Here for NIP, and quite the recovery going on. If they can get to 5, there's a chance at the very least. Good one, but a chance. ZTR's position, though, is red. They've played that a few too many times with a few too many different players. That should be a bomb plant up towards A. Hampus trying to creep up the vents, getting a bit cheeky. Vinny's watching for it. There's a little bit too much to ask, I think. Now Plopsky and Knock are going to have to try and fight their way back in. Furia looking to bookend a phenomenal half with just one more round win, and they're well positioned to do so. They've got the angle up under the lip of heaven. We've seen Vinny hold this multiple times before. This time it is Quesarado just under. And he's going to be distracted, but Quesarado still flicks back up on that shot for Knock. Down to 3 points of health. He will not get another opportunity. June. And we're back here with the second half. Furia used a blistering pace to stun the Ninjas in the first. Now they could just seal the deal and walk away. But NIP, we'll see if they can rally. Quesarado already starting it off. Junior gets another. Junior! Oh, this is rude. Quesarado back through the smoke. There's nothing doing. ZTR 1v5. It took 2 seconds, but this round is already a disaster. This round is already out of hand for the Ninjas. How on earth can this man try and get back in? He's got no armor. He's got a Glock. He's got 5 players to find, and he's got a FURIA team that's perched upon his bomb. Oh, he's going to take the first fight, not even get out the door. Vinny has him.
You kind of were, just so that Nip would be able to get a gun round out at a reasonable time, or at least as reasonable as he could be right now. But no, obviously they're going for the force fight. You can understand if this does work, then suddenly they're in a much better position than we could have ever seen them in otherwise. But if it doesn't, then Eco then has to come in from 14-4. And yeah, at that point, trying to come back into this is going to be a tough time. You'll need some of that Nip magic from years back at this point to just show up for them. So we'll see. I was going to say a bad start as they did lose 1 player. Zeti are at least able to get a single trade, but then the auto shot he steps in with a bit of lobby aggression. They will just fall back off that now, I believe, wanting to keep the advantage. Oh, never mind. Yuri's also taken some fights. So suddenly a 4-on-2. It's just knock and res. And yeah, I don't think this is going too well for them, Mike. This should be indeed, as I said, that 14-4 lead coming. And Junior, he's impressing. I'm just loving what we're seeing from FURIA. They're looking incredible across the board. It doesn't seem like this is their first series with a new player.
There's no hesitation for each kill. That is cash money in the bank for the future. A Bison comes out for Art. That one's a little less defensible. Let's see where he goes with it. He's going to get some aggression in, but the Ninjas in this round. Lots of bullets, and it's great against some which he knows are coming through. So it's very purposely bought for this round in particular. Oh, the Bison! A 4K. Art's going for the Bison ace. He's not going to get it. Compass is back by the squeaky door. Yuri will shut it down, but a 4K with a Bison again.
The 4th player especially, he's already been pre-fire strafed as he's coming around the corner. So yeah, it's smooth around, good money for Art being built up. He goes straight on towards the op, and well, the first and maybe last gun round of the half coming in for Nip right now if they don't make this work. So it goes without saying, kind of, that this one is very, very crucial. Still being the shotgun and seeing the shotgun and some FAMASs retained in play, but they've gone straight towards this double op setup that was paying massive dividends for them back on overpass. And again, it starts off on a high note. It's Junior who takes that opening towards outside. You still got Arts, one I was going to say that they aren't really aware of, but he pushed through lobby up on towards the roof and ends up catching a kill from behind. I think Hampus should at least be able to get a trade in, but no, he's not. He's not quick enough. This is just a domination from FURIA, and it doesn't look like it's going to slow down. There's a little bit of an entry from Rez towards Vinny. It does actually potentially give them access to B if they can get past Art, who's rotated down, and they will. There we go. Now we're seeing a bit of a recoverable situation for Nip. But Nog, he's separated. That's the only issue. How does he join up?
That's the problem. He's got to get past this op from Junior. And Junior was actually giving the angle down towards Secret. They don't expect it. Right? They're scared of that presence, so he's going to try and wrap in towards Mini instead, and that's what Junior's looking for. Oh, that's a disaster. Bomb now dropped. Now they have to recover. Now it's in his crosshair. A good read from Junior. They played right into his head. Rez is going to have to do it all. This is going to require the ace clutch from the man. It's a 1v3 now. And he will take the first. Takes out Junior. An incredible effort from Rez. Put him all down. He's in the flames. He'll take another before he burns. Sacrificed himself. A 4K there. And they're feeling very good to close this out in quick fashion.
Look at the case. I wasn't thinking we were going to see a more one-sided affair than what we're seeing back on Overpass. Look at those odds, Mike. It's insane. Imagine if Nip somehow made this comeback happen. Maybe back in the day, Nip, as I said, when the magic was there. When these comebacks seemed like they were always a possibility, but that was a long time ago. And a lot of rosters ago too at this point. Nice shot initially from Gasarat over. Hampus there to trade out the mollies though. They might complicate things a little bit as they come forward. It didn't unfortunately clear anyone from the decision. Sidewalk rather, and yeah, found the double kill alongside Junior. It's all on Blopsky. 1 health as well to actually try and get this clutch done. He's still getting kills though, and had been doing some pretty good damage, so I was a little bit afraid for them there, not gonna lie. But yes, 16-4 in the end is what we're gonna see from FURIA. They take it 2-0.